Hey guys, Poulin here from Party Time DJ Services with yet another active speaker review. Actually, the first active speaker review of 2015. So happy New Year to all of you DJs and live sound guys out there watching my reviews. Now today we'll be looking at Samson's brand new Expedition XP115A active speaker. And for this I'd like to thank, as always, my favorite music store here in Sudbury, Ontario, Prom Music. Thank you so much, Josh and Brian, for letting me try out these speakers. I really appreciate it. Now actually I just bought a brand new mixer from Prom Music, the Yamaha MG12XU, which I should be reviewing pretty soon, as I get it out of the box. So anyway, going back to Samson's XP115A, the XP115A is from Samson's Expedition line. Some of you might actually know Samson's Expedition line. I believe they were a smaller speaker with a small powered mixer attached, kind of like the Yamaha Stage Pass or Fender Passport or those kind of things. But the Expedition, they decided to add two bigger models, that being the XP112A and 112A and 115A. So two new models, bigger in size, and probably better to do, handle events by themselves without needing subwoofer reinforcement, well, for smaller stuff anyway. So anyway, basically the XP115A is a 15-inch plus 1-inch active speaker, boasting a total of 500 watts. I believe that is peak. I believe it's 200 or 250 watts RMS to the 15-inch woofer and 1-inch compression driver. They are fan cooled. Now in the mixer section we have a combination XLR 1/4-inch input and output. Actually the output is just XLR. We have a master volume control, sensitivity switch for line and microphone. Basically line is for if you're going after your mixer, while mic is if you want to plug a mic in directly. It applies a lot more gain, which is needed for microphone amplification. So we have the contour on and off here, which basically gives you a little boost in the 100 Hz and 12 kHz frequencies, just to make it sound a little bit fatter and a little bit sweeter. Great for playback music. So these speakers in Canada right now, they're selling at roughly $600 a pair for the 15s and $500 a pair for the 12s, which is great considering they have built-in amplification, and they're actually extremely lightweight. The 12-inch coming in at 30 pounds and the 15-inch coming in at 33 pounds. So 33 pounds for a 15-inch speaker is just outstanding. Material is kind of like just a typical plasticky kind of polypropylene enclosure. 3 handles, 1 on each side, and check this out, the one on top here is actually really cool because you can just stick your hand upside down in there, and actually I walked out of the store with 1 in each hand. 33 pounds is no problem. And you do have these little plastic things here where you can actually stick the feet of another Expedition if you want to top them one on top of the other, which is great if, say, if you'd have 2 pairs and you're playing on a stage up on somewhere, so you can just stack them one on top of the other. Convenient for, small parties too or whatnot. So anyway, probably the big question, so how do they sound, Alan? How do they compare to other speakers at their price point or even above their price point? Well, what I can tell you is they do sound very decent. That's the thing with affordable active speakers. The sound is the biggest variations you're going to see between the lower end and the higher end is often the not only the low frequency response or extension of low frequency response, but also the compression driver, the quality of the compression driver, how sweet it is, how crisp it is, and how how ear friendly the whole entire speaker is. So that's one thing I've noticed when comparing the higher end or more expensive speakers to the lower end. Basically is they're not going to sound quite as sweet, they're not going to go quite as low. And another thing with the Samsons here, unfortunately, because they're so compact and lightweight, basically the smaller size of the box does affect low frequency. So while they do have some bass, they don't have quite as much bass as a good, bigger, better 15-inch. But we can't really fault them here because at the price point, you do have to expect certain things. You can't expect them to perform like $1,000 speaker. So we'll give Samson a break here. What I can tell you is that they do sound a lot better than the American Audio ELS 15A, as I reviewed a few months ago. And compared to, say, my the Costco Edison M2000 speaker, I actually found the Edison sound just a tad nicer on the top end and have a bit more bass. But for most people, they'd probably say they're comparable. What you're lacking if you compare these to, say, the XR15s down there, which are more than twice the price, is you're losing some of the you know, the resolution, the clarity in the top end, and just the detail, and you're losing some of the low end as well. But you know, for a reduced price, you do have to expect some things not to be as good as the higher end speakers. That's why they're at a different price range. For beginner DJs, you know, bands that are just starting out and you want to get your name out there, you know, for the beginning DJ, if I would have had access to speakers like this for $300 a piece with amplification built in, when I started 25 years ago, I would have been extremely happy and I would have started my business a lot quicker. So DJs these days are so lucky to have access to quality sound, because these really, although they're not as good as the $1,000 speakers, they do still provide a very good sound. Add a little bit of EQ. I still boosted the top end a little, boosted the lows a little bit, and still got plenty of volume before limiting from these speakers. So for most people, beginner DJs, this would be a great buy. Samson XP115A, I have to wrap this up because my battery is dying, but you know, check them out. Go in store and have a listen. That's the best thing you can do. So this has been Al Poulin with Samson's Expedition XP115A, and I can't wait to try out some other you know, comparable speakers like the EVZLX series or the Alto TS, just to see how they compare. And I'm feeling there basically going to be a little differences in the sound of the, you know, compression driver, the amount of bass, but also in the weight and size, you know. So basically, go test them out. That's usually the best way to determine. Take them to a gig if you can. But I think most people, especially beginner DJs, will be very happy with Samson's Expedition XP115A. I mean, for the price, and especially the weight, these are so easy to move, it's unbelievable. So hey, have a listen to them. And there you go, it's been Al Poulin with our first speaker review of 2015 with Samson's Expedition XP115A. If you have any questions, feel free. I will answer them honestly, as I always do. Have yourselves a great day.